those that don't, I am Jordan, and I'm just going to let you know in advance there are a few technical issues behind the scenes this evening, so I will apologise if some of you are unable to keep up with the speed of the transition of the transmission even, I should say. But all being well, everything will be okay. Okay. So yeah, please like, share on all platforms, wherever you're viewing us from. Yeah, please do not give stars. We are a free service, unless obviously you sign up to our membership, which is a very, very low price. But share, like, start feeding your comments in, let me know who you are, where you're from, etc. And let's open this conversation in relation to spiritual growth, because after all, that's why we're here, and we'll do some readings as we go forward during the next hour or so. Okay, so yeah, let's get that energy up running and see who our first comments are this evening. If you've got a question, please pose it. I'm sure Richard, our producer in the background, will drop it into me. Good evening, Serendipity 589. Tell us where you're from as well, guys. It'd be great to hear from you, whether you're in the UK, otherwise, etc. Terry Louise, good evening. Hi, Jordan and Richard. Good evening to you. Lovely to see Terry. Yeah, and we've got Nicola. Yeah, good evening. Lots of waves. Lovely. That's a nice picture, isn't it? Family fun. And we've got Stace Shaw, who's obviously works with SPTV as well. Lovely to see everybody, all the family, as we call each other. Yeah, good evening, Sam B. Yeah, good evening, everybody. If you do have a question, by the way, in relation to kind of like spiritual coaching or whatever, please feel free to drop it in the chat. Richard will obviously bring it to my attention, and obviously we'll open up a discussion in relation to basically anything and everything in relation to coaching. Good evening, Wendy. Lovely to see you online this evening. Loving the heart emoji. Alma, oh, she's given me a purple heart. That's my signature purple hearts. Absolutely love them. Good evening. Yeah, that's a nice picture as well, isn't it? Cowgirls having fun. Lovely. Right. Yeah. So yeah, please like, share, etc. Let's keep the energy high. Share them on all lots of platforms. Tag your friends, family, etc. Loved ones in it, and let's get those viewers up and running. Good evening, Jill. Sorda. That's a lovely photograph as well. Holiday pic, no doubt. Yeah, lovely. You can sense good energy off that picture. Good evening, Shami. Lovely. So, yeah, as I say, please drop me a question if you feel you've got anything that you need to ask in relation to coaching, kind of spiritual development, your own personal growth, whether it's from a personal point of view, whether it's from a general point of view. This is what I am here for this evening, but we will be doing some readings and obviously guiding you accordingly as well from my own perspective, okay, and what I do. So, yeah. Let's see the love with the sharings, the liking, and we'll go forward and see where we are. While we're just waiting on a few bits, I'm just going to let Spirit come in and get them to let me to pick a deck. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. Good evening, Christine Davis. Okay. So just so you know, I'm filling a bit of time until we get actually properly started. Divine Masters, Kyle Gray's deck here. Lovely deck, by the way. Really do like his decks, and also the fact that he works with the angels like myself. So yeah, I'm just going to shuffle the cards here. And while we get started and wait for a few questions coming forward in relation to coaching or development, etc. Yeah. Please like, follow, share, become part of the SPTV subscribers if you wish. You don't need to pay for that, but you have the option of doing that, etc. Yeah, that'd be great. Let's get as many like-minded people in the spirit on their spiritual path as possible on the show this evening. Good evening, Lindsay. Oh, wow. Cayman Islands. Wow. That is lovely. Love the picture, by the way. Absolutely. There's something about watching and looking at beach pictures. Good evening, Caroline Woodward, Portsmouth. Big shout out to Portsmouth then this evening. Lovely. Love the rose tinted glasses, by the way. Very, very you. I can see that, yeah, just from that picture alone, it's uh, definitely embracing one's inner self there. Anna Sagan, good evening. Yeah, lovely. Yeah. So, yeah. So what I'll do, obviously, I shall move forward. I'm just obviously charging my deck up, as shuffling, etc. If you do have a question, spiritual growth, whatever, doesn't matter what it is. Right, question, here we go. Stacey Shaw. Is the outer body experience the same as astral traveling? If not, what is the difference? Right, well, I don't have a great deal of experience in this area. I know that I astral travel. I'm pretty I would say okay with it, and I've had quite a few experiences in relation to that. But the outer body experience, so the OBE, I would personally say is is slightly different because it's two different terminologies of outer body experience and astral traveling. So when you're in astral traveling, you're normally in a sleep state. But I do know from what I've read and digested over the years in relation to outer body experiences, people can actually have these at any time. You don't actually have to be in what they call sleep state or REM state. From my point of view, astral traveling is very, very different. I had an OBE, as I'll call it, when I was younger, but only for a split second. And I wasn't sure whether I had it, to be honest, when it happened. But recently, back in um, January, just gone, I had an experience in relation to astral traveling, which I'll share with you, to be fair. I wasn't sure whether I was going to, but I will. I actually helped my father cross over, who's sadly no longer with us. But I couldn't be there with him at the end, and he wouldn't leave without me actually being present. So I actually had to do it in astral in order to help him over to the other side because he didn't want to transition between this world and the spirit in order to, move on to the next part of his journey without actually being without seeing me, so to speak. So I'm very humbled by that experience, to be honest. And yeah, hopefully that answers your question, Stacey. It's not really my area of expertise, but hopefully it kind of gives you an idea of where I stand on that as well. Okay. If you do have a question, please pose that question. Richard will share it with me going forward. Okay. Please like, share, follow. Let's get as many people on and supercharge this energy on this session this evening. Okay. Jess, good evening. I feel stuck in my spiritual development. Do you have any tips or feelings about my situation? Okay. So you want like more of a reading in relation to this. I would say that you're actually at a point, and this is like the cards at the moment, you're at a point where you're kind of sitting in a lethargic energy, I want to say, with your spiritual growth, because whatever it is that you've been through recently, would you understand that there's almost like a stagnancy with regards to it, and there's a reluctance to move forward with the changes energetically that are coming in with you. I feel like you're actually, I want to say, really kind of sitting in saboteur energy, as I call it. I mean, call it devil and angel on your shoulder, your ego, your higher self, whichever you prefer to use here. Okay. I call it the saboteur. And I feel like you're sitting in this energy a little bit, and we need to be changing the mindset on a coaching side of things in order to actually bring in that new energy to invigorate you in order to move forward. But while I'm on you, Jess, okay, I am going to give you a card from the Divine Masters as well, because I am being told to give you one, okay? And I do know that there is a gentleman stepping forward, and I've just literally just been told, he's just stepped in and he's just stepped back as well. But before he stepped back, he's just turned around and said, "You've got this." I want to say that this gentleman's about 5'10", 5'11", roughly around at the same height as me, slim to medium build, dark hair. I want to say it's almost like a very dark brown, possibly black, from what I'm seeing. He would have wore glasses towards the end of his life, okay? I do want to put him in his late 50s, early 60s, but I want to say that he looked younger for what he... Sorry, he looks younger than what he was when he passed. Okay, not sure who this is, but that's basically what I've saw, and then obviously what I've just been given as well. Okay, I want to say to you here, okay, Horus. Okay, so Horus is about manifestation vortex. Okay, look at that eagle here. Okay, or the hawk, whichever you want to say. Yeah, I want to say that you're ultimately connected to the cosmos, as we all are, as divine souls and star seeds, whichever word you want to use there in relation to that. Yeah. But this is about actually seeing things and growing yourself through your third eye, I want to say, okay? And hopefully you'd be able to understand that. But I want to go even further than your third eye. I want to say that you should understand that there is an energetic surge in relation to kind of like the energies around you becoming more clairvoyant, especially in the last couple of weeks. With the Chinese Lunar New Year and the relevant portals in February, and obviously just gone on the 3/3 on the 3rd of March. Okay, so I just want to say, just trust yourself here. I do feel that there's a little bit of doubt with this card around you. Okay, and I want to come back to that internal saboteur. Whatever your thought process is at the moment, I want you to write down and be very, very descriptive with yourself, okay? Whatever is holding you back, write it down, set a read it back to yourself, and set a light outside and send it back to the ether, and that will free up the energetic space in your auric field and your own personal energies, environment in your environment, so your house, work life, etc. And then you will actually start creating an upsurge of positive energy around you, okay? And I just want to say, over and above that, I've got somebody else stepping forward for you. 1 second. Okay, I'm being told to tell you that in relation to your own internal saboteur, would you understand that somebody says something to do with you need to step out of your comfort zone and into the path of the rainbow, or words to that effect. I don't think I quite heard that properly, to be honest. But I'm going to put it in my words. I want to say to you, you are your own divine creator, okay? And I want to say that there is a rainbow path in front of you, okay? And there's a lovely pot of gold in relation to your spiritual growth at the end of that, okay? But you need to choose, and you need to let go of that negative energy that we've just been talking about, okay? And just send it back to the ether. It's not doing you any good. And then create that new vibration around you, okay? But I also want to say to you before I leave you, okay? I want to say to you, and can we do a little bit work around the heart chakra for me, please, okay? I'm being told that there is stuff there that you're holding on to that is needing to be let go of, okay? So, yeah, I've been seeing more clear images lately. And I saw the other message as well in relation to you think it was Grandpa. Lovely. Thank you very much for your question and allowing me to connect with you this evening. Okay. So if we can have some more names, remember to give me your location as well, like and share. Let's get as many people on as possible because we are a collective and it's about bringing love, joy, upliftment to everybody. Okay. So yeah, if you do have a question or you just like a card, that's fine. I'm here to do both. But I will try and link it with kind of like personal growth and spiritual development. Okay. So yeah, no problem. Good evening, Trevor. He's a lovely gentleman, this Trevor. Works on the Tarot Masterclass that we did last year for Charity Together. So good evening, Trevor. I hope you're well. Good evening, Anna Sagan. Okay, I always feel a shadow cross me, and this makes me shudder. Okay. Okay. So I feel like in relation to this with you, Anna, okay, I don't feel like I think you're actually sensing this as in like, oh, I'm not liking this. Okay. So I want to actually say on some level, you're not comfortable with this, okay? And it's not about actually the shuddering being a negative. It's actually just how you're aware of somebody stepping into your energetic field, as we all do when we're working on the clear sentient side of things, okay? So, you know, we might get hotness, coldness, a shuddering. We feel like somebody's talking to us, auditory or whatever. Okay. I want to say to you, embrace this. Okay. And just, and ask them who they are. Okay. Because if this is happening multiple times, it's more about them trying to get your attention. And I actually want to say this is one of your guides stepping forward. So I don't know whether you're actually fully awakened in relation to your spiritual path, but I do want to say that it's a guide stepping forward and they're trying to get your attention in relation for you to move forward. Okay. So will you just open yourself up to this, okay, and fully embrace it? Yeah, there's nothing to fear with spirit. They are there to guide you internally, divinely, for your highest good and to give you the most positive life you can have in this lifetime, okay? And I also want to say to you as well that there is a gentleman very much around you, and I'm being told to say cuckoo and boo. So I feel like this gentleman was a bit of a practical joker with the boo boo and the cuckoo, because that's a little bit unusual for someone to step in and give me that. Okay. He's not fully making himself present to me at the moment. Okay. But I do want to say that this is probably more on the grandfather vibe. Okay. I feel like I'm going further back, and I hope that you would understand that. I do also want to give you the name George around you. So that's either in spirit or around you, friends, family, loved ones, etc. Okay. And I also want to give you something in relation to the 14th of a month. I also want to give you this month for some reason. Would you understand that so far? And I'm going to give you a card, and I've got Commander Ashtar here. Okay. So this is about you being activated in relation to leadership, because he is the commander of the intergalactic station in relation to star seeds, let's say. Okay. And it just says on the card, time to evolve, trust in your ability to guide others. So I want to say that if you're not already in a leadership role, you've got divine leadership qualities. Okay. And I want to say to you, you need to be stepping up if you're not already doing that. Okay. Because that card doesn't come out just for anybody. Okay. So you have got some innate qualities to become a leader in whatever it is you actually currently do. So that could be spiritual or just normal regular work or whatever. But I feel like you're not fully stepping into your own higher power. Okay. And with that, I am going to leave you. Okay. But hopefully that message resonates with you. And it was my pleasure to bring through spirit and give you that message for your own higher good this evening. Okay. So if you can have some names, don't forget, people, like, share, follow us. It's not just me. There's plenty of programs throughout the days and the weeks. And yeah, if you want to pose a question, I'll give you a card as well, etc. And we will go from there. Okay, good evening, Lindsay. Right. Okay, I am up against a bad energy who wants to I do apologise. Somebody's got a stutter that's coming forth. Would you actually understand a gentleman that's got a stutter, Lindsay, that's in spirit? Who's right? So I'm going to read the question again and try and say it clearly. I am up against a bad energy who wants to destroy me. How do I protect myself? Okay, this could be quite divisive in what I'm going to say. Okay, talking spiritually here, spirit energy coming around you, etc. I don't believe that there are bad energies, etc. It may feel like it is, etc. But I actually want to say that this is to do with our education. This is to do with our conditioning. This is to do with our perception on life, and it's actually about you changing how you perceive things, how you cognitively challenge things going forward, and changing the mindset. Because once we change all of that, we create our own reality, don't forget, okay? We are powerful beings spiritually within a human body, right? And we all create what we want. This is why there's such a big movement in relation to manifestation and all other sorts of spiritual stuff that goes on, okay? And I actually just want to say to you, with regards to that bad energy, you need to sense and feel that and actually say to yourself, well, what is that? Who is it? Etc. Get the answers from your guides and your spirit team. And even if you're not like aware of your guides or whatever, yeah, you just need to invite them in. Because as soon as you open that door, they're ready to work with you. They've been waiting all of your life until you open it up spiritually for them to then go, oh, you're here, you're awake. Okay, let's work. Here, off we go. Yeah. So please step into that. I know it can be a little bit daunting, okay, for most people. You know, some people think, oh, they're going crazy or whatever because they can hear spirit, they see spirit, and all the rest of it. But actually, just trust that, you know, you're not going down the mental health route with it. Okay. It is actually, you're becoming more aware to the actual truth around all of us. We emit a pulse energetically, and the earth does the same, and everybody on earth and every material does, and it's all in an electronic and magnetic field. So we're all responding, okay, to what's around us. I want to say to you, for some reason, though, before I do leave you, and I've got a card to give you as well, to be fair, which has just jumped out. I do want, and it's your husband. Okay, well, it's my pleasure to bring him through. And I just want to say to you, will you just please step into your power and know that this gentleman's very much around you? I do. He's coming forward to me, actually, and as soon as obviously you've told me who he is, and he's just gently in my energy, and he's kind of like just kind of making me aware that he's round about kind of like here on me, okay? And you would feel this sensation and the vibration of his energy around you, okay? I want to say that there was a significant I want to say it's either deodorant or aftershave that he would have worn, and it's very, very distinctive. I want to say it's quite musky, actually. Okay, just watch out for that as well, because I mean, you may smell that around you, and that's just you, them letting you know that they are around you. And when you smell that, they're actually a lot closer than what you actually think. Okay, and I want to say to you, we've got Lady Portia here. Okay, absolutely beautiful cards these, you know. Okay, and it says here, overcoming limitations. Okay, so what have I just said in relation to obviously yourself, obviously changing the mindset. So this is obviously where we need to change the mindset, changing how we process things, how we perceive it, and actually changing what's good for us, what's not good for us, etc. Okay. So remember, you are your own divine creator, yeah? And we manifest and create everything that we want, but we need to match it energetically. So whatever we're sending out, yeah, authentically will come back to us, yeah? And that's where obviously the magic happens when people say, oh my goodness, I've experienced a miracle or whatever. Okay. I hear angels singing to me. Beautiful. I work with the angels and they sing with me, sing to me all the time. And I truly feel, you know, amazed and honored by it, to be fair. So please embrace that, okay? Because I now that you've told me that, I do feel like you're going to be working with the angels once you open up properly, because I feel that there's something not quite there with you, that you're not quite open as much as what you should be. That I feel like there's something holding you back. Again, I'm being drawn to the card limitations. So there's something that needs to go, my dear, okay? And I hope that that resonates resonates with you. I do want to just give you the information at the bottom of the card. It says karmic release, okay? Let go of the need to be right. So there's something in relation to you sitting in your power, but you're trying to control it too much, okay? And I want to say relinquish the control, okay? And go with the flow, okay? And I know what that's like personally, and it's one of the hardest things to do, especially when you do like to be in control. I've only just recently started doing that in the last couple of years, letting the control go and just letting the universe respond to my energetic frequency, okay? And hopefully that helps you, Lindsay. All right, my pleasure to link in with you this evening. And yeah, anybody else wanting a question or a card, please? If you can link both of them, that's great, because obviously we are here for the collective rather than just giving you a personal reading around you, yeah? I will always try and link it to kind of spiritual growth and learning for you, okay? Good evening, Gemma Claire Miller. Okay, just lately I have been feeling something or someone following me, okay? Is it a family member or a person that used to live in my house? Okay. Right, well, I'm actually getting this sense that there's two things going on here, okay? I'm actually getting the sense that there is spirit trying to calm things down around you. I do feel like it's a family member stepping forward. I want to say it's a lady, and she's very much aware that there is a presence in the house. So that is a separate issue altogether, but that is basically what you're asking me. So I do feel like the lady is coming forward to try and kind of give you a sense of peace and harmony around what's happening. But would you understand that things are going missing as well around the house? Okay, I feel like things are being moved. There's lots of activity. I want to say more so in the evening than in the daytime. I do want to link it to like lights, electricity, etc. And that's one of the more common ways that they kind of try and connect with us. Okay. Please give me a yes, a no, etc. in relation to when I'm connecting with you. It will help with the vibration of spirit coming through. Okay. But back to this lady. Now, I don't know in relation to who the lady is, because she's quite a little bit, she's a little bit reluctant to step forward, to be honest. Okay. I'm just going to ask her to step forward, okay? But I'm going to give you this card because it's just jumped out while I've been shuffling, okay? Joan of Arc, okay? So Joan of Arc, very well known public figure, going back all through the ages. And I want to say sacred activist, okay? So this is what it says on the card. She was divinely given a mission here on earth. So I feel like there's something in relation to yourself, in relation to purpose, going on around your spiritual purpose specifically. I want to say, okay, I want to say to you that one needs to be breathing in the fire. I don't know why that I've just said that, but I'm going to give that the way it's just come in. I want to say you need to be breathing in the fire for you to step into your almighty power, as in your divine self. I feel like it's either yourself or somebody around you is not. Okay, I'm not going to say that like that. Okay, let me just try and reword this in my head. Okay, I feel like somebody's not stepping into their full divine self here. It's almost like they are absolutely frightened of their own self. So I want to say that this person has anxiety, and various other things along that kind of side of things. And I'm being told breath of fire, I'm going to say it again, in order for them to kind of like move forward energetically and kind of calm the situation down. Okay, yes, I have heard things being moved. Yeah, I feel like that's the spirit in the house. Okay, and it's not the lady that's stepping forward. Okay, I'm just going to give you the rest of this card. Do not be afraid. Stand up for your beliefs. Okay, I'm going to put it like that. Hopefully, you can see the small writing at the bottom. Okay, and what have I just been saying? Somebody's not being fully stepping into their own power. Yeah. We just asked this lady that's stepping forward. Okay. Would you understand that this lady, I do feel like she's on a mum vibe. She's starting to step a little bit closer, but she's still a little bit hesitant to come forward. I also want to say she doesn't come through very often. I feel like she's maybe come through once or twice um, around you, but you would sense, as in like, sorry, around you. I feel like she's come through once or twice previously, okay? And okay. You would understand that you feel a lot of love, and almost like, I want to say, like literally from nowhere, energetically, the whole energy in the room literally goes from like down here straight up there, and it's like a huge love vibration. And I actually want to say it's very, very emotional. The energy that's around that. Okay, and this is this lady coming forward. Okay, right. Well, look, with regards to obviously what you're sharing with me, okay, mental health. There's a lot of people out there that have got obviously various levels of mental health. It is a more common subject than it used to be years ago, but we do need to be speaking about it. So first of all, Gemma, I would like to thank you for opening up and being vulnerable in this space, because there'll be a lot of viewers that will be able to resonate with that. Yeah. We've all probably had some sort of like little glitch on the mental health scale, whether we choose to acknowledge it or not. Okay, so I will send you some lovely angelic healing in my prayers going forward, as I'm sure the rest of SPTV Collective will also. But I actually want to just get another card. Okay, so just bear with me a moment. Okay. I want to get your healing card. I've just been told to give you a healing card, okay? So I'm going to use a different deck. It's called the Healing Spirits by Jordon Smith, okay? And I just feel like you need a little bit of an upliftment in relation to the healing. Oh my goodness, they're all flying out. Right, okay. One sec. Sorry, that's just gone on the floor. Okay. I actually got two. One went on the desk and one went on the floor. Okay. So this one says, I do apologize, I can't read it backwards. Be the best version of yourself and start today. Okay. And you said that obviously you can feel presence around you and all the rest of it. I mean, that's an absolutely beautiful card. Spiritual growth, powers, there's a marbleization there. I feel that there is an angelic presence around you. I do want to say that that's that lady in spirit, okay? But I also want to say you're actually asking the angels for something specific, I'm being told when I'm giving you this card, okay? We just be a little bit more patient in relation to what that is. It's coming in for you, okay? And I want to just give you that, but I also want to give you this as well, okay? And that says speak with passion, okay? So whatever you're not saying with passion, please change it, yeah? Give yourself some self-love, positive affirmations, etc. Okay? Start believing in yourself. And anybody that doesn't tell you you're not worth it or is trying to kind of like, put you down in any way or whatever, just I would say to you, acknowledge it, but send it back with peace, love, and light. Okay? Because it's not there to serve you, my love. All right. Start changing the vibration around you. Okay. I do feel like there's a couple of people around you before I leave you. Okay. And I want to say that the energy of that needs to change. So you either need to change some boundaries with certain people, or you need to put some limitations in place. Okay. My pleasure to work with you this evening, and hopefully what I gave you in your message there is enough for you to do some positive growth work going forward. Okay, so if we can move on, next question, next person that would like some advice and guidance. Talking about stepmom, she passed last. Right, okay. I mean, death is, it's such a difficult subject, grieving death and the energies around it, and it takes so much out of us on an individual scale, and we all deal with it very differently. There's no right or wrong, people, in relation to this, okay? Despite what everybody else turns around and says, and they'll turn around and say, "Oh, but my goodness, it's been a year, pick yourself up," or whatever. It's however you want to choose. It's however you want and choose to honor that person that's moved all over onto their part of their reincarnation into spirit or whatever. And I want to say to you that, I'm not going to say that. Okay. Apologies. I just want to say to you, we just change the inner thought process to you, okay? I'm not going to open that up too much, okay? I've just been given some personal private information in relation to mental health there, okay? So, but I just want to say, just try and change how you're thinking cognitively in relation to certain things around you, okay? Because I'm not going to open up too much of your personal information, all right? And it was my pleasure, honestly, Gemma, all right? And hopefully it's brought you a little bit of peace of mind and positive vibrations going forward. And I will send you some healing, as I will do for everybody this evening, okay? So love and light to you, my dear, all right? Have a good remainder of your day. Okay, who's next with a question? And I'll also get a card and we'll see where we go in relation to spiritual growth question or whatever. Please, obviously, like, share, follow. Let's get as many people on as possible. We are a collective. Let's illuminate other people's light. Yeah, let's share the love, guys. Okay, yeah, it is after all why we're here. Higher vibrations, moving into that love vibration and creating the fifth dimension here on Earth. Okay, any insight on meditation and also remaining open to spirit? Okay. I would say that this is very, very different, Jennifer. Oh, right, okay. I'm just got like thinking to myself, am I reading that right? Jennifer, right, okay. I would say that it's a very, very different subject for most people. Some people can't meditate, some people can. It's finding the right frequency of meditation to start off with, I would say, depending on where you're on your journey, and that will change, okay? Some people are more drawn to kind of like, you know, the shamanic tribal stuff. It's very, very deep because they're able to go very deep. Some people like more guided stuff because they're unable to meditate unless it's guided, yeah? So what I would say to you is 100% just trust your gut on this, okay? Divinely, you will be guided to what is right for you at that particular time, okay? And that's not me getting out of the question. That is me saying to you, you need to learn to trust your gut, okay? The more you learn to trust your gut, the more aligned you become in your own path going forward, okay? In relation to remaining open to spirit, can you give me a little bit more in relation to what you mean there? Because actually, I would say to you, if you're setting the intention to work with spirit and you're you know, fully kind of like spiritual as a medium or whatever, or you're just linked and you don't do mediumship or whatever, because we're all guided differently and we all have a different path. I would actually say to you, why are you wanting to remain open? Because part of the process is for you to look after yourself here in the physical. So you shouldn't be open all the time, in my opinion, anyway, okay? Because you should be able to protect the body, the vessel that you're in, okay? It only lasts for so long, guys, yeah? Your soul will always live on, but the body dies, yeah? So you need to like combine both of them, look after both of them, and please don't remain open to spirit 24/7, okay? That's just my personal guidance on this, okay? I don't, from my own point of view. I will tell them when I'm working, and they automatically know because they know everything. So, like, even before today, they knew I was working at 6 o'clock, and it was like, right, we're coming in, and we're ready to go. Yeah. But when you are ready to go to bed, etc., please start getting into a routine and a schedule, and actually turning around and saying to them, unless it is absolutely, you know, for my higher purpose and for my life's purpose, you leave me alone when I go to my bedroom and I'm going to sleep because I need physical rest. Yeah. So, I mean, just from that point of view, I would say you do have to, I want to. I'm going to slightly reword what I was going to say. Sorry, my guy's stepping in and saying that I need to change it. Okay, I want to say to you, intuitively know what is right and wrong for you. Okay, but I also want to say to you here as well. Yeah, nobody should be open to spirit 24/7. Yeah, yes, they don't understand time on the other side, but we do as humans having this experience. Yeah, and it is for us to work collaboratively with your team spiritually, okay, in order to fulfill what you are here to fulfill. Yeah, that is your choice. If you don't wish to turn off, you will see the implications of that from a health point of view, because you'll literally go into burnout on the physical, but then you'll also be getting like so drained and energetically overcharged in the form of spirit being around you 24/7. This causes other problems, which I have seen over my time. But that is another subject, guys, and I'm going to leave that there. But hopefully that has helped, Jennifer. Not at the moment, and they're sorry, exactly agree. Don't want them 24/7, but they leave me confused and questioning what they're trying to tell or show me. Okay, right. So specifically in relation to that, okay, I would say to you, ask your guide to step forward, okay, if because I don't know whether it's your guide that's trying to communicate with you or not, okay. But whoever it is, if you don't understand something, go back and ask. Go back and ask. Keep going back and asking, yeah. Start connecting and actually working on the vibration that this is a collaboration, this is a partnership. There is you and there is spirit, okay? It is their job to bring through certain messages for you in relation to however it is that they're giving you, whether it's clairvoyantly, auditory, whatever, okay? And sometimes, yes, even as a working medium, I get it wrong, okay? And it's not them that's getting it wrong. It's my perception of it, okay? Or it's I've misheard it, or I've interpreted it wrong, okay? We're the humans, we're getting it wrong, not them, okay? So the thing is, treat it as a continuous learning process, okay? Go back, keep going back, and keep going back. What I would say to you just before I leave you is get a book on symbology, okay? I feel like you're getting a lot of symbols and you're getting stuff and you're like, what's that? What's that? Start doing a little bit of work. Start with that. Start taking notes as well in relation to, oh, let's say they show you a dog, right? Okay. So what are dogs to you? Are they loyal? Are they a family pet? Start writing down the words that link to what you're being told, so that you're actually building a toolbox of how they want to work with you. And I would say that to anybody that wants to work with spirit, whether it's mediumistically or otherwise. Okay, and hopefully that's answered your question a little bit more in depth. Okay. Okay, good to know. Through dreams, I get random messages sometimes a week later. Okay, so ask them to decipher it. Okay, but what I want to say to you again before I leave you here, okay, as soon as you wake up and you're kind of like still in that kind of like semi kind of dream sleepy state, okay, start writing down exactly what you're being given, okay, and then just keep revisiting it a couple of days later or later that day, and eventually you'll start seeing the trends and the patterns of what they're actually trying to give you, okay. Dreams are normally stuff that comes in dreams is normally for your own higher good and what's about to come in. But then you need to obviously acknowledge and accept that obviously what it is, and then move into that vibration. It's almost like they're dropping like a trail of seeds for you, okay? And if you follow the seeds, well, there's a pot of gold at the end of it, okay? So my pleasure to bring that message through for you, okay? And if we can move on to the next person, please. Don't forget, please like, love, share, yeah? Friends, family, and all the rest of it. We are a collective, yeah? And yeah. Sorry. And we do have obviously a membership, but there is no obligation to sign up to it. But obviously, every little bit of money does help in relation to it being a charitable organisation and us doing it all for free for the whole collective. Okay. So Samantha Donaldson. Okay. I've been led to work closer with my guides. Okay. I've been focusing on my mediumship and empathic abilities since those come easier than others. Are you on the right track? Okay. Well, I would say to you, first of all, what are you sensing and feeling in relation to this, Samantha? And that's not me avoiding the question, but intuitively, if you're empathic, you need to be working on that vibration of sensing and feeling whether you're on the right track and understanding the subtle energies of that. Okay. But I do want to give you this card that jumped out. Okay. So it's Lady Gaia and it's resilient spirit. I mean, it's a beautiful path. And I would actually say to you, you've not been on the right path with the rainbow back here, which is behind oneself. But see how it like literally disappears into the shadow of the Lady Gaia, and then you've got the rainbow coming up. I would say you've done the work and now you are on the right path. Okay. And I want to say there is new horizons coming in for you. Okay. But I want you to be patient with this. I feel there's an impatientness in relation to your own spiritual growth and journey as things are changing. And that's perfectly normal because we all get a bit like that, even me. And I'm sure, obviously, other SPTV presenters and other people in the collective. Okay. You need to be kind to yourself and remember that the good things in life come to those who wait. Okay. So patience is key. Okay. And I'm just going to read the bottom of the card because I can't read it when it's like that, okay? It says, Earth connection, stay rooted and trust and have faith, okay? So 100%, Lady Gaia, I want to say to you, just get out in nature a little bit more. I feel there's like a little bit more grounding to be done here, okay? But I feel like you're on the right path. I feel like good things are in front of you, okay? And I am being told that you're a little bit too self-critical of your own evaluation and personal growth. Okay, so please give yourself a little bit more self-love. Okay, and I want to say to you there as well that there's a habit that needs to be broken. There's some sort of habit. I'm being told that there's a habit that needs to be broken. Okay, so whatever that is, acknowledge what the habit is. Okay, and then start doing the positive mind stuff in order to change that. Okay, um, okay, right. I feel like the habit is something that kind of creeps in, and I want to say it's around your saboteur. It's almost like it wants to stop you moving forward on your spiritual path. I feel like this has happened a couple of times, and I feel like there needs to be positive self-talk, especially around accepting and knowing the difference when your higher self is answering you and your saboteur is answering you. Your saboteur will always try to stop you and kind of like keep you stagnant. Your higher good will push you forward, even when it's uncomfortable. But just on that, even when it's uncomfortable, guys, yeah, this is when the magic happens. When you get butterflies or that nervousness in your stomach and all the rest of it, yeah, please, please, please step into that, yeah. Know that you are guided, know that you have the strength, the courage, the conviction, and all of those wonderful positive vibrational words to be your true authentic self. Yeah. The first time you do it, it might be nerve-wracking, but as soon as you do it, after that experience, it gets so much easier day after day. And I know from experience because I mean, like, look, this is my first show, and like, you know, honestly, I never thought I would do this, but here I am doing it. Okay. So, Samantha, lovely to connect with you. Hope you can take the message. When I am connected, I get feelings that I can't. Can be overwhelming and don't think they belong to me. Yes, okay, so just on that, my dear, okay, because you are a highly sensitive empath, I want to say to you, you need to be working on the difference of sensing the energy, understanding who's coming in, when they're coming in, asking those questions, asking them to step back, understanding the subtle vibrational energies. And when it's not yours and you're picking it up psychically or in different environments, etc., know that what is yours, you send it back out. You need to start acknowledging that you're picking up stuff, I'm being told, that is not yours, and this is how they want to work with you in this moment in time. So I want to say to you, whatever you're picking up, okay, I want to say to you, acknowledge it, but understand that it's not yours, okay? You're being asked to acknowledge the differences and then understand that it's not yours and you need to send it back because they're getting you ready for something else coming in, okay? And I want to say to you that is absolutely beautiful. I've just literally got a quick flash of something, and what I've just saw is like a celebration around your spiritual growth. So I hope that makes sense, okay? A bit of fear. Yeah, we all have fear, but if you get butterflies and a bit of fear, that's your higher self and your saboteur coming in, okay? So who are you going to listen to? It's a choice. We all have free will. And I would say to you, listen to the butterflies, yeah? Become the butterfly. Step out of your cocoon, darling, okay? You don't get any growth when you're in a metamorphosis, okay? So hopefully that makes sense to you. Yeah, if we can move on to the next person, please. Let's get some more questions, get some more cards, more readings. Okay, let's go. Let's take a quick commercial break, guys. I will see you on the other side of this. See you in a couple of minutes.
Introducing the SPTV app, your digital spiritual guide for an enlightening journey like no other. Immerse yourself in a world of audio and visual content crafted to inspire, educate, and entertain. Seek guidance with our card of the day, choosing up to 6 cards for personal insights. Enhance your daily life with our wellness section, featuring nutritious recipes, affirmations, and balanced living tips. Explore our spiritualism section for a deep understanding of the religion, its principles, and spiritual answers. Unravel the secrets of the clairs and broaden your spiritual horizon. Easily find local readers, therapists, centers, or churches with our comprehensive directory. Stay connected with live broadcasts, check our schedule, and get to know our insightful presenters. Delve into the meanings of angel numbers, crystals, and a comprehensive list of divination meanings. All of this and more, available for free on the SPTV app. Download now at sptv.uk/app and start your journey with your digital spiritual guide.
Join us tonight at 8 p.m. UK time as we welcome Paul Bannister for a captivating live interview and talk show, Spiritual Talk. Tune in for insightful discussions with special guests and live readings that promise to inspire and enlighten.
Starting at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning, join Adele and Laura as they host their show dedicated to wellness and positivity. The program will feature special guests and live interactive readings.
Hi, right, good evening, welcome back. Okay, so if you can like, share, love us, follow us, become a subscriber even if you wish, for a small fee, VIP, etc. But yeah, let's get to the messages, let's get to the questions. That's why we're here. Let's see where we go. Good evening, Chris Pilly. I hope I said that name correct. Hi, Jordan. There's so much problems worldwide. We have COVID and now natural disasters, economic declines and wars. How can I stay positive in this environment? I am an empath. This affects me greatly. I would say generally that this affects all of us. Yes, there are different levels of empaths, but we are all affected greatly by this. It's such a broad question, this, but let's see where we go. Okay, so understand that vibrationally, us as humans, we have chose to wreck, pillage this earth to the point where we are depleting its natural sources. Okay. There was an awakening, not only for Mother Earth, I would say, many years ago, going back to 2012. Okay. When the London Olympics were held in 2012. If you read Diana Cooper's stuff, she talks about this. But yeah, the Earth chakra of Earth, because that's where it's based at Glastonbury, was awoke. And then if you look at obviously certain things that have happened since then, obviously we are in a situation where we've gone through a total kind of like retransformation of Earth, how we do things as humans in relation to work, working from home, how we integrate things, and lots of us have become self-employed, entrepreneurs, etc. And that was to actually get a huge collective to waking up and actually reassess their lives to say, right, actually, I'm not going to do that anymore in the physical. I need to like create a spiritual business, for example. Okay. With regards to the economic declines, well, that's to do with people in power that are a bit power mad and egotistical and profit driven. That's only my own personal thoughts there. Okay. If the wealth was spread out amongst the 100 richest people in the world, do you know that most people, well, not most people, even I shouldn't say that, I'll rephrase that, that we would all own our own property, we would all have an equal share of what is, supplied to us by Mother Earth, okay? And we would all, I'm going to just say this loosely, I'm sure there's a statistic somewhere that says we would all be millionaires in our own right, okay? But it's actually the top 100 people that are like in charge of obviously, businesses around the world, and it's just pure greed and wealth, profiting and keeping people subordinate in relation to the normal job of 9 to 5 or whatever it is that you do. Okay. Economic declines. Yeah. I mean, to me, that's just, how can a company profit so much? Yeah. In a world that we live in relation to, like, let's just take COVID, for example. There were companies out there profiting millions and millions of pounds when we were in a global crisis. Okay. That was a time, in my opinion, that everybody needed to step up and actually come from the heart a little bit more and actually turn and say, do you know what? I'm going to do this for the greater good. I'm not expecting, you don't need to make a profit, or you could have made a small profit or whatever, but actually it was about, let's come from a place where we need to be coming from, which is the heart chakra, and the place of love, which is where we should all be coming from for our own internal higher purposes. Okay. The more that people do that and step into that vibration, the better it'll be. Okay. So just know that even although you are one person, okay, you are making a huge difference. Okay. Because everybody that you meet, you are vibrationally changing them. Okay. So what you emit, as in your own personal frequency, you are emitting that. And like me talking to you on here or whatever, some people are like, oh, love his energy or whatever it is. We're supposed to meet certain people along our path in order to light their light, in order to change their experiences in relation to whatever it is that they're doing on an individual on an individual scale, whether that be spiritually or not. Okay. But if you're coming from the right place, which is obviously your heart space, I'm not saying not to include the mind, because it can be a balanced approach as well. Okay. I would say that you're pretty much doing what you should be doing, and there's very little room for error. Okay. I think I've answered all of that question. Okay. There is so much to explore in that area. Absolutely. And it's people taking advantage and keeping us in our lower vibrations that are part of the cause of why Earth and the society that we live in, and that's a global society, is why there are so many problems worldwide. Okay, I don't really want to go down the political route, so I won't nip that in the bud. Okay, yeah, 100%. Our heart chakras do need to be open. I want to give you a card though, because I was waiting for one to come out. Okay, and so Chris, know that your card is Lady Venus, and it's light activation. You are being called to step into your power, okay, and activate your personal Earth mission. Now, that's interesting because you actually basically said that in your question, okay? Even although you had all of the COVID things, the economic side, and all the rest of it, you actually want to kind of like be able to step into that power of your own higher self, and not feel and not feel the negative sides of that vibration, because it is very upsetting the more empathic we are. Absolutely. We feel vibrations. So I would just say to you, in relation to this, will you please use the Christ light that's coming in on the card, okay? And just protect yourself a little bit more, okay? I actually want to say to you, if you don't already do this, before you even leave your own personal space, whether it's your home or whatever, do what I do, yeah? And I'll just share this. Literally, whatever form of protection you do, whether it's a bubble or whatever, yeah? You just set the intention, do it, and bring your auric field right in so that you're actually not taking on all of that energetic stuff that we come into play, because we literally pass so many people in our lives on a daily basis. We're always picking up stuff if we're not fully protected, okay? And I feel like for some reason, just because you're a little bit more susceptible, I'm having to say this to you. So there's something that I feel like on a protection level, we're not fully stepping into protecting ourselves as much as what we should be doing. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense to you, Krish. Yeah, I want to step into my power. Trust me, with that card that's just come out, you're going to step into your power. Okay, I want you to trust and believe in yourself and know that the empathic side of things, okay, will start to dissipate in the next few weeks, but you probably only notice it properly roughly round about the end of April. And I'm being shown something here, which I won't share, but I'm literally being shown something, and you're literally off. Okay, so I feel like you are literally on the right path. Do that little protection thing a little bit more, yeah. When you step out into other people's environment, make sure that you protect yourself, even when you're in a space where you feel protected and you're in a space. I want to say to you, protect yourself there as well, okay? And that's just come in before, obviously, I left you there, because I was a bit like, well, I'm ready to leave. But no, I'm being told you're picking up stuff around people that you're comfortable with as well, okay? But I want you to protect yourself so you're not actually taking it away with you and then it's having a negative effect, okay? So yeah, my pleasure. Thank you very much, Jordon, and thank you very much, Krish. Okay, I think we've probably got time for one more person to connect with. So questions, etc., coming forward, guys. Okay, like, love, share, and let's raise the vibration. Okay. Right, okay. Serendipity 589. How did your spirit guide come to you, Jordon? I had a vivid dream last night where I might have met my spirit guide. Okay. I would say to you that everybody's experience is slightly different. Okay. Me personally, I met mine, oh, my goodness, a long, long time ago. For those that don't know, I mean, obviously, my gran was the old style spirit medium, very much closed doors, all that sort of stuff. So I had the benefit of her knowledge, advice, etc. when I was very, very young. When I officially first opened up, which was, oh, my goodness, I'm giving away my age now, a long time ago, okay? I was shown like almost like a silhouette of somebody, and I couldn't quite make out the face, but I was showing a silhouette of somebody. Okay. And it kind of like spooked me, to be honest, the first time I saw it. Even though I'd had an experience of seeing my grandfather when he passed over, and I was very young, was like 4 years old then. Yeah. And I just kind of like breathed into it, and I went like, I don't have fear in relation to this. Ask them to step forward, but show themselves. Yeah. Felt the love and the vibration. And as soon as I kind of like accepted it, I had family members step in, okay, to kind of like obviously help me deal with obviously what I was seeing and feeling the vibration and all the rest of it. But then I've also had other guides because I've stepped back and I've done the work in the physical world, guys, okay? And then I've stepped back into this a couple of years ago. So when one of my new guides stepped forward, he was very reluctant to come forward. It was like I could sense his energy, but he wasn't showing himself to me, okay? And I just kept on asking the question, who are you? Why are you stepping into my energy? And I was asking my gatekeeper, which is obviously one of your guides who protects you when you're working, okay? These kinds of questions. But I would say to you, if you haven't asked if they are your guide, that's the first thing you need to be asking, okay? Because you're saying you might have met your guide. So ask the question. When somebody steps into that energy, whether it's via spirit, whether you hear it, sense it, feel it, see it, whatever, always ask the questions. And this is the important part. And people, I don't want you to think to yourself here, I don't know why I'm going to say this, but I am going to say it. I don't want you to say to yourself, you need to have a verbal conversation with nobody in the room, okay? Yeah? It's not about that. You can have the conversation in your head with spirit, okay? And you can just be like, right, okay, what's this? What's that? Who's this? Who's that? Etc. And then you get to see who your guides are, all that sort of stuff. And it gradually will just all fall into place. But you're as much part of your team as your spirit team, okay? And when I'm going to say that, as I mean, as in the spirits and your guides that are on the other side waiting to work with you. And those will change all throughout your growth. Yeah, as in when you are stepping up and they are changing things with you, okay? Whether that's through ascension, your own personal growth, or whatever, okay? Please trust the process, yeah? They never bring in anything that will be a negative. It's always for your own highest good. Yes, can it be difficult? Absolutely, it can. It can be really difficult, some of the lessons, but it's getting you out of your comfort zone, guys, okay? Where they are saying, look, you are in this energy and that needs to go. Let's step out of it, move into a positive vibration, and actually create the new opportunities that they want for you, not only from your own individual point of view, but as a part of your higher process, okay, and purpose in this lifetime, okay? We are all divinely guided and protected and all of those things. So just know that, and the more you believe in it, the more the process gets easier from my own personal point of view, I will say there. Okay? Had a dream, I just woke up, and my guy, honestly, serendipity, I would say to you, if that's what you trust and believe, you're absolutely right. And don't let anybody else tell you any different, okay? Because that's your intuition as far as I'm concerned, telling you that's who it is. So ask them to step forward. If they've not showing themselves properly to you, whether it's visually or whatever, yeah, ask them their name, who they are, etc. Start getting that information. You know, who are they? You know, they were probably, most guides have either had some sort of experience on Earth. Then they've ascended, they've become part of the spirit world, and they've moved up on the ascension rank, and then you're divinely guided and matched up with those people in order for you to get to where you need to be in this lifetime, okay? And you just please trust the process, okay? Nothing like this is ever bad. It's always for your own higher good, and everything that will come out of it, if you embrace the journey going forward, trust me, it's like as soon as you do it, you start going, oh my goodness, why didn't I do this earlier? Right? And on that note, it is time, guys. I would like to thank you on behalf of all of SPTV this evening for joining me on my first show. Okay, keep those questions coming. I'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Okay, don't forget the time and the date. 2 weeks today, 6 p.m. so 7:15. Okay. Oh, sorry, Richard. I didn't announce my competition. Can I do that quickly? Okay, sorry, I do apologize because of the technical issues earlier on. I was focused on that, guys. Okay, please link in with me on Facebook, etc. Okay, if you DM me or follow me, etc. If you put in SPTV UK as say hi, yeah, put that in. Okay, I will choose one person randomly to join my angel attunement course free of charge, which is currently being sold at £88. Okay, I did announce this earlier on this week on the breakfast show. Okay, so apologies that I've left it to the very end, but obviously we're out of time. Please link in with me, send me a chat, and I will randomly ask one of the SPTV people to pick a name out of a hat or whatever, and I will get in contact with you directly. Okay, peace and love to you all. Have a great weekend ahead, and hope to see you in the next coming programs and weeks ahead. Good night. God bless. Namaste, guys. Okay. Oh, yeah. I do apologise. And you've also got Paul Bannister here this evening after myself in roughly 45 minutes. Show kicks off at 8 o'clock, guys. Okay. Big shout out to Paul Bannister, part of the SPT family. Okay. Please come along and join him. All right. Great show. Great guy. Lots of informative spiritual information, sharing the love. Okay. Have a great weekend ahead, guys. Speak to you all soon. Good night. God bless.